Okay, then lastly, with this unit, with this lesson, example 7 and 8 here. Example 7, it wants us to write a polynomial function in standard form with zeros at -2, 3, and 3. So now we're kind of working backwards. Instead of being given the factors and having to find the zeros, we're given the zero. The zeros here at -2 and here at 3. Because it's 3, there's 3 zeros, I know it's a cubic function, so I know it's odd. And I don't necessarily know if it's positive or negative with this. But let's write the factors. Since I know the zeros, I can come up with the factors. Okay, so since x equals -2, the 0 is just working backwards. So instead of getting x by itself, get x equal to 0. That way we know what the 0 is. So we can add 2 to both sides. So we'll have x plus 2 equals 0. Here's one of my factors. Then we have x equals 3, right? That's one of our zeros. Well, undo that, so subtract 3. So x minus 3 equals 0. There's your another factor. And actually it's going to be x minus 3 squared. So here is my polynomial function. Here's my polynomial function in factored form. Or instead of writing x minus 3 squared, I can write it as x minus 3 times x minus 3. Okay, but that's not enough. We need to now put it in standard form. So just like we did in example 1 and example 2, we have to multiply this out. And like I said, it's commutative, so I'm actually going to multiply this first. And I'm going to do that because it's a perfect square, or it's going to create a perfect square trinomial. So I know just off the top of my head from doing this all the time, and hopefully you'll get there as well, that this is going to multiply out to x squared minus 6x plus 9. If you don't trust me, do it. Right, pause the video and go ahead and do it off to the side using FOIL or distributing each term to the in one parentheses to the other set of parentheses, and you'll get the same thing. So really this is x plus 2 times x squared minus 6x plus 9. So again, just like we did in example 1, we have to distribute every term in this parentheses to every term here. So we're going to do x times x squared, that's x cubed. We're going to do x times negative 6x, that's negative 6x squared. We're going to do x times 9, that's 9x. Then we are going to distribute 2 to every term inside that parentheses. So it's going to be 2 times 2x, that's 2x squared. Sorry, 2 times x squared, I said that wrong. Then we're going to do 2 times negative 6x, that's negative 12x. And then we're going to do 2 times 9, that's 18. So now, just like we did in example 1, combine your like terms. So my like terms are going to be negative 6x squared, positive 2x squared. That's one set, but then we also have a positive 9x and a negative 2x. So when all that's combined, our equation is going to be y equals x cubed minus 4x squared minus 3x plus 18. And if we needed to check, we could take our zeros, plug them in here, and it should make the equation true. Make it equal to 0 by making it true. So that's how we can go ahead and write it in standard form. Remember, standard form, your exponents have to be in decreasing order. So example 8, I want you to do the same here. So why don't you try it yourself, but then so pause the video now. I'm going to give you some hints here if you get stuck. So your factors should be x plus 4, x plus 2, and x minus 1. Okay, so that's what your factors should be. So then why don't you, if you need to, go back to example 1 and watch that video, but why don't you go ahead and multiply that out so you can get your standard form. And I'll discuss the answer in class tomorrow.